Sisters who watch. Sisters who watch. Sisters who watch.
Spider-Man.
Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome to Sisters Who Watch.
Hello. I'm Shelby.
And I'm Laura, and we're sisters who watch everything. TV, movie, sports, concerts, and even another Spider-Man movie. Can you believe it?
Yes.
We love to watch, and we love talking about it even more. Today we're watching
Spider-Man Brand New Day, the fourth installment of Tom Holland's Spider-Man era. Crazy to think that there have been 4 Spider-Man movies with him. So he's outlasted every other Spider-Man because Toby only had 3 and Andrew Garfield only had 2.
Yeah, it is wild. It feels like there's been so many movies, and there have been. I'm like, we're already on 4, and it's giving like we could have a 5th one with him. Potentially.
People are saying this is the start of a new trilogy. I would not be mad. He's so good as Spider-Man, and we'll get into it.
Like the movie very much so felt like a new beginning.
Can't end there. No.
Right, exactly. So it's giving there's a 5th one coming.
I hope so.
So, yes. But before we get into our review of Spider-Man Brand New Day, please make sure you're giving Sisters Watch 5 stars. 5 stars wherever you listen. Rate, download, subscribe. Follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts so you get updated when we have new episodes. Thank you for your support. Okay, Shelby, can you give us a little background about Spider-Man Brand New Day?
Yes. So as always, we'll start with the logline. Here we go. A forgotten Peter Parker lives alone as a full-time Spider-Man until mounting pressure triggers a dangerous change and a powerful new enemy emerges. So good. If you can't tell, I'm really excited to talk about this movie. So it was directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who had directed Shang-Chi. Yes. So you saw that, right, Laura? You saw Shang-Chi.
Yes.
He also directed Just Mercy and Short Term 12 and The Glass Castle. So his background is, I'd say, more kind of grounded dramas. So not shocking that this movie has that vibe. Like, I think this was a successful pairing of like an indie filmmaker with a Marvel big budget movie. That it's not always successful. Like everyone panned Chloe Zhao's Eternals, but this, very successful. And it was, of course, returning stars Tom Holland, Zendaya, and Jacob Batalon, as well as Mark Ruffalo appearing as the Hulk, John Bernthal appearing as Frank Castle, the Punisher, Florence Pugh as Yelena. She's so back. Funny. I also really liked the supporting character additions, like our guy from Severance, Tremel Tillman.
I'm telling you, he's everywhere.
Love that for him.
He's everywhere.
Our girl from The Bear, Liza Colon-Zayas, as the detective.
Literally, she's in like one of the first scenes in the movie. I was like,
come on, diversity.
So excited to see her in the movie. Very excited.
I also, and this is a spoiler, hopefully you've all seen it, but they didn't promote it, but Sadie Sink was in the film as Jean Grey, and she was great.
Yeah.
I thought the casting was honestly A1.
Yeah. It was very buzzy casting. I was like, okay, The Bear, okay, Severance, okay, Stranger Things. You know, these are people that, you know, are on the pulse of culture that people are very excited about. People are obsessed with this girl, Sadie Sink.
Casting director was not playing around.
I love her.
And you didn't watch Stranger. Well, did you watch Stranger Things when she joined the whole running up the hill? So you've seen it.
I didn't finish Stranger Things, but yes, I watched like the first several seasons, and I watched at least like a season and a half when she was on.
Okay. So you remember her brother Billy?
Yes. Okay. Who's the British playing one of the Beatles?
No.
Who am I confusing him with? I thought he was one of the.
That was
someone else on Stranger Things is doing one of the Beatles.
No, yeah, Eddie. Yeah, the Eddie character is doing the Beatles. Okay. Billy was different. It's okay. Two white
one
men.
Of them was.
It's fine.
They look close enough, honestly.
It's okay.
But yes, I do remember Sadie Sink on Stranger Things.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But yeah, no, I thought the casting was great. They killed it. And, you know, people are annoyed, but I love that in back-to-back weekends, I got to see Tom Holland, Zendaya, and John Bernthal in a movie. I thought it was great. And I don't know,
John Bernthal's having a renaissance.
The Lore behind
What?
this?
No.
Basically, Tom Holland and John Bernthal were on set of a movie in the mid 2010s, and John Bernthal helped Tom Holland with his original like Peter Parker Spider-Man audition, and Tom Holland helped John Bernthal with his, and it was before any of it. And the fact that
Yeah.
they both got cast and are now working on this movie together, and they've known each other for over a decade.
Wild. I have heard a bit of this. I saw an
Oh,
interview and Tom was like, "Oh, John Bernthal's my guy. I love that dude." And I was like, "What?" And then he explains a little bit of it, and
iconic.
that's like one of his day ones. And they have a Hot Ones interview
The
together.
Hot
Did you?
Ones clips are
I haven't
so
seen it,
good.
but
I haven't even watched the full interview. I've just been living off the
yeah,
clips.
yeah.
My feed. That's all I'm seeing. And how Tom Holland like threw up after eating a wing. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. Of course he did.
And they were getting so emotional talking about each other, like how much they care. It was just honestly, I should watch the whole interview. I feel like I have, but I should.
Yeah. Yeah, so I feel like and it has like over 10 million views on YouTube, which is a lot for Hot
Oh,
Ones.
is
It
it?
usually doesn't get that. Yeah, it's like going I've been seeing it on my YouTube
Oh,
algorithm, but
wow.
I haven't watched it yet. So yeah, they're like a new duo that,
I
people are
did not
obsessed with
know I
right now.
needed it, but I
Yeah.
love it. They were
I
great in
feel
the
like
movie. They're great in real
Bernthal's
life.
having a renaissance too.
Well, if you people aren't talking about it, but John Bernthal's Start to 2026, his and hers on Netflix. You haven't seen it,
Mhm.
but
I
that
heard
really
good
hit
things.
with
Yeah.
Tessa Thompson. That was so good. He also is in The Bear and was in
Right?
Gary.
He was in the prequel solo episode thing, right? He's I feel like I've been seeing him so much this year.
No, and and there was we're not on Disney Plus like that, but there was like he had a separate like Punisher show before this movie came out. Like
That's wild.
John Bernthal is also in everything.
Yeah, he's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Honestly, he's a great actor. I love it for him.
And of course he was in the Odyssey,
Of
of
course.
course.
Of
So
course.
he's been in so much stuff.
He's had a
So much
crazy
stuff.
2026 too. There was a video, I think I sent it to you and Jason, of like Jimmy Fallon talking about all the connections between like Tom Holland, Zendaya, Pattinson, John Bernthal, and all these movies, and it was so
Mhm.
funny. Like they're
Yeah.
all so connected.
We talked about this if you listen to our Odyssey review, how the same like 4 actors are in every movie and TV show this year and how some people complain. I get it. I do appreciate variety, but I will never complain about seeing Zendaya on my screen. So, she's someone who can't really do
Give her
anymore.
all the roles.
And yeah, put her in everything. And they are.
It doesn't hurt.
They can and they are.
She will bring the fashion moment. She will bring the acting chops. She just always delivers.
Yes.
And I will say, another thing about this movie is that this is the first Marvel movie of the year.
Mm.
Like there was a really long gap. The last one was it Fantastic Four last summer?
I guess so, because we saw Thunderbolts, but when did that come out?
That was the spring. And I saw
Okay, yeah.
Fantastic Four last summer. So I'm pretty sure Fantastic Four was the last one. So Marvel had taken a long break. I think they learned, okay, we were doing too much. So this is the first Marvel movie of the year. And
Yeah.
so, and the first Spider-Man movie in
Like
did
5
really
years.
No Way Home come out in 2021?
Yeah, that's
Dang,
wild.
that was 5 years ago? Wow. Okay, so there's a lot of demand. Long story short, there's a lot of demand. I think people were excited about this. There was a lot of buzz. Like, how are you feeling coming into Spider-Man Brand New Day?
Yeah, it's one of those things, right? Marvel is something that we've always enjoyed. We've always liked superhero movies, so I knew I was going to see it,
Yeah.
I'm going to support Zendaya. I enjoy Tom Holland, I think, is a great Spider-Man. So
Oh my gosh,
I'm going. I knew I was going to watch it. My expectations weren't high. I mean, it's a Spider-Man Marvel movie. I wasn't expecting much. I was just expecting to have like a nice, fun time. And that's exactly what I had. So I wasn't expecting amazing. I was just like,
interesting.
boom, Zendaya, Tom Holland are back. Let's go. I
You're
didn't
so
remember any
funny.
of the storyline. I was honestly kind of confused. Is a critique in the movie. There were some things I
Interesting.
was confused about because I hadn't seen the other movie in 5 like since it came out. Right, I didn't really know what was happening or the context. So yeah, my expectations were just like, okay, it's another Spider-Man movie. I'm ready. What were your expectations?
Well, I was excited because No Way Home was when they brought back like Toby Maguire and Andrew Garfield. So
Yes,
we
yes.
ended on a really high with Spider-Man. Like the last one was really good. Like it
Yeah, that
grossed
was
like
a
a
fun
crazy
one.
amount of money and was like so fun and nostalgic with all the like characters. So the
Yes.
last Spider-Man I really enjoyed. And for context, like for us, like I have literally grown up with every single Spider-Man. I remember seeing the
Yes.
first Spider-Man and being so scared of the Green Goblin. I
Yes.
remember then seeing Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man and being confused why like Gwen Stacy was like the love interest and not MJ. I was like, huh. And
Yeah.
then like when Tom Holland came, I was like, oh, this was a quick turnaround, but it was a
Yeah.
good one. And so I remember all the eras. Like I've been here for it all. And
Yes.
it's crazy like how much people resonate with Spider-Man. Like so I think coming into it, I was actually like excited because ever since Captain America ended, I think and Batman has not been what it was
Flop.
under Christian Bale. I have been looking for a new superhero to support. Like I'll be honest, growing up, I was a Batman girl and then a Captain America girl. And so I've been like, who's my new one? And I really think the last Spider-Man movie and Spider-Verse started to do it for me. And I was like, okay, Spider-Man might be my new superhero that I'm really excited about. So I was looking forward to this because of the last film, as well as the fact that like Tom Holland and Zendaya are now married and they're just going on the press tour of all press tours.
So
And
so are they have not confirmed that they're
yes,
married?
they said they're married.
When did they confirm that?
The amount of times have you even seen the press? Tom
I
is
have,
referring to Zendaya as his wife. He's like,
but there have been
they're
clips where
married.
people are like, "Are you married?" And they're like,
They just need to stop denying
I'm
it
like,
because
they
Tom
have been
Tom
denying
and
it.
Zendaya literally someone was like, Zendaya, will you marry me? She was like, you're too late. Like they are just playing with us. They haven't come out and said like we got married on this day. But she's
No.
wearing a wedding band, Laura.
Yeah,
She's wearing her
they've been
engagement ring
cagey.
and wedding band, and they have been alluding to it to this whole press tour. And even saying like that's my wife or like oh yeah, the wedding. Like they've been alluding to things. Tom Holland, I didn't realize, is apparently known for spoiling things and giving things away. So people are saying that they probably had Law Roach just say the wedding happened because they knew Tom was gonna spill the beans anyway. Because he's
Wait,
been
but when La Roach was like, they're already married. This was like a few months ago. Zendaya said La was lying. Like we didn't actually get married.
when
She
did
debunked
Zendaya say
that.
that?
I remember looking it up
I haven't heard that.
and social media. I can't remember exactly, but Zendaya was like, La was, La, like he was just messing around. Like she was like, we're not married yet.
Well, they're
So
married
this is
now.
why I'm confused.
Well, I'm not confused. They're married. They've been
Okay,
very clear. They're
okay.
married. She has a wedding band.
Well, he's not wearing a wedding band.
So,
What?
so
Okay.
I because
Okay.
of that, I've been living for the press and I was also excited about the film. And clearly everyone else was cuz it has broken records. It had the biggest opening weekend in North America ever.
Mm,
It beat Avengers Endgame.
wow.
It has already crossed $1 billion in global box office after 4 days.
That's crazy.
Like, this movie is crushing it.
Mm,
Like, people are blown away. I'm happy for them
wow.
because I'm like, good for Zendaya, good for Tom, like,
Yeah,
good for the movie theaters, good for the industry. Like, a win for this is a win for everybody.
exactly.
And it's just a reminder the fact that like Odyssey's on track to a billion and this movie's already at a billion and they both came out end of July. Like if studios make movies people want to see, they will come see them. You know?
Exactly. Oh,
Like
it's so true.
even the fact that's happened with Backrooms and Obsession, two movies we didn't see, or at least I didn't see. I don't think you saw
No,
those either.
no,
But like had great box office, were exciting. Like you create movies that people are excited about and actually want to see, they will go to the theater. So I
totally.
think a big winner are is the theatrical experience. It could be also because the fact that it's so hot right now, people just want to be inside
I
watching a
know.
movie.
Global warming.
But wow, the box office for Spider-Man Brand New Day is insane. And everyone's been buzzing about it in LA at least. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
it's in SF, but I feel like the streets are talking about Spider-Man and now everyone's talking about the best Spider-Man movies, who was the best Spider-Man. I'm
Yeah.
curious, Laura, like, do you have a favorite Spider-Man movie and do you have a favorite Spider-Man actor?
I can't think of a specific movie because there's so many and none of them are really distinctly coming to mind. But when you reminded me of the most recent Tom Holland one in
No Way Home.
2021, I was like, yes. I remember everyone was just buzzing about that because they brought back all the old
It was so
Spider-Mans.
good.
So that definitely stands out to me. But I think, I mean, the Toby Maguire movies are just so nostalgic. So I think that just has like such a fond place in our hearts as 2000s kids watching those movies. So I haven't seen them in a really long time, but in my head, I'm like, oh, well, those are the classic iconic Spider-Mans. So when I think of Spider-Man, I think of those movies. Whereas Tom Holland, his films are great, but it's just like different. I feel like Tom Holland's like the MCU Spider-Man, and he's like best friends with Tony Stark, you know. So yeah, they're also different, but I think there's something so nostalgic about the Tobey Maguire ones that when I think of the best Spider-Man, I my mind goes back to those movies. How about you?
That's fair. I think this movie, Brand New Day, convinced me Tom's the best one. I think he really has embodied like the teen Spider-Man who is growing up before our eyes.
Yeah.
And I also think that like great responsibility comes with great power, or whatever the saying is.
Yeah.
I feel like he really does embody that and is becoming like I really think he's become Spider-Man, like the actual Spider-Man. And so
Mm.
I am officially on the Tom Holland bandwagon.
She's on the train.
I am on the train. Don't stop it. I think before this, I would have said it was between him and Toby. But
Yeah.
for me, like my kind of movie, I remember, like I said, I was young, but those movies scared me. The
Yeah.
OG Spider-Mans
They're more spooky.
were spooky, scary, darker. The
Yeah.
villains were like really evil, like they had gruesome deaths, like when Green Goblin died. And then the fact that Tobey Maguire's best friend, James Franco, that was his dad, and those weird dynamics, like it was like a dark. And
Yeah.
so I think I like the more light
Lighthearted
version
fun.
of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But that being this Brand New Day was by far the darkest one, and I thought it was the best one.
Mm.
So I am team like right now I'd say Brand New Day is probably my favorite. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought
Mm.
the adult themes of like mental health, burnout,
Yeah.
working too much, like not taking care of yourself, like really resonated. Like the
Mm.
fact that you need community, you can't do it on your own, and you also can't let trauma fester. Like the grief he had over May and losing relationships with his friends and
Yeah.
MJ. Like that felt like the way millennials thought about Inside Out 2. I was like, oh, this feels like a targeted millennial movie, to be honest.
Mm.
And so I think that's why it resonated for me. And I also like that it had Spider-Man alone trying to figure things out. And then him thinking someone was the villain. Actually, no, they aren't the villain. They're just misunderstood. And
Mm.
then sacrificing himself for that person at the end.
Yeah, that was
And
good.
it had all the dynamics. It had us rooting for MJ and Nate, what
Ned.
Ned to remember, and it had us being like, oh, we like the buddy comedy with him and the Punisher, and it just had
Yeah. Yeah.
all the dynamics, at least for me, that I feel like you want in a movie. Like I honestly, I really enjoyed it, and it made me be like, dang, Tom, this is like when you're really at your peak. And again, that's why I kind of compared it to Captain America and Chris Evans. Like it does feel like when Tom is playing Peter Parker and Spider-Man, he's so locked in.
Totally.
Like he is one and the same. So
Yeah, I
spoiler,
think that's
I feel really
yeah.
high about this movie.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I mean, I enjoyed the film, but it seems like you right? Loved it.
Great.
And I left being like, "Okay, yeah, great, another
Interesting.
lovely Spider-Man movie." I wasn't blown away, but I definitely enjoyed it. It reminded me of, Thunderbolts as we were watching it, because it's a similar theme, like, someone's getting into your head, you're dealing with, like, depression and loneliness, your trauma. For a moment, I was like, "Is this the same villain?" Because it was really similar. Remember in Thunderbolts, the villain got into their head, and they were reliving, like, their trauma and flashbacks to all this stuff in their life. I honestly, it crossed my mind. I'm like, is this the same villain as Thunderbolts? So it reminded me
Interesting.
a lot of that. So go listen to our review because we talk about how this is kind of like an edgy, more mature topic for a Marvel film. And it was dealing with the same exact topics as Thunderbolts. So I thought that was interesting. And it crossed my mind. I'm like, oh, is this even the same villain? But it was not. But yeah, it's interesting how you like resonate so much with it. And as you're kind of relaying back to me how you felt, I'm like, yeah, I definitely get that. And I didn't pick up as much, but it is really about like burnout and mental health and Tom kind of bridging those two kind of sides of him together.
Yeah.
The human side and also, the arachnid side and the organic webs. And I thought that
And
was
the
kind of
fact
fun.
that, like, right, he's having, like, all these headaches, like, that's what happens when you're not taking care of yourself and, like, you're so stressed,
Yeah.
like, your body reacts. And the fact that he was trying to suppress what he thought were the bad sides of him. It's like, no, you have to fully be Peter Parker and Spider-Man together. You
Hmm.
can't try to, like, use science to, like, destabilize or stabilize a certain part.
Hmm.
Like, you have
Hmm.
to fully be it.
Yeah.
And I think that is even a really good message. Like, we all have to be authentically true to ourselves. We can't try to like hide or stop certain parts or
Yeah.
pieces. And so, yeah, I
I
honestly, I
agree.
thought the messaging was really good. I think it also showed like you can't really judge a book by its cover because we think the villain is Jean Grey. Spoiler alert, guys.
Yeah. Same,
X-Men has
same.
entered the building. The
I know.
Fox
I was
characters
like,
are here. And so because of that, I did know it wasn't the same villain as Thunderbolts. I was like, oh, this is I kind of knew it was gonna be um Jean Grey. So because of that, I knew it wasn't Thunderbolts right away. But I and many of us were like, oh, why is Jean doing this? Why is she breaking into the defense places in the jails and hopping into the minds of people to get them to try to figure out like what VMAX is and all these things.
hmm
And so Tom, because and Peter Parker, he's working with the police and he's protecting the city. He thinks that Jean Grey is, a threat. And so he helps
hmm
capture Jean Grey for Tremel Tillman and team. And but you can tell something's up with Tremel.
I mean,
Like he
he
was
has
giving
just a villainous
sus
vibe.
from the beginning.
He's
And
good at playing those kind of
yeah, so
dubious
it was like,
characters.
I want to trust you, but like even the fact like people get off the streets and then there's his security, like oh, like the gang with the swords all of a sudden are like their security.
Yeah.
It's like, It's like you could tell he's a little sus. Like, what is he hiding?
hmm
And then while this is happening, Peter Parker is kind of like social media stalking um Ned and MJ, and you realize years go by. He misses all of the college years. That was pretty
Oh,
sad. I was like,
that
this is
was
brutal.
sad.
Not
That was
him
sad.
just in that loft doing like computer programming and saving the world and just looking at social media to
Oh,
see his friends moving on without him. No, it like literally like goes there. It's like
yeah.
really sad and dark.
So something that I didn't remember that I was confused by. I was like, why don't Zendaya and Ned remember him? I was confused.
Um
And they didn't give any context or background why. No flashbacks, like this is why we don't remember. Like was it because of the snap? I don't think so. Like why did they not remember him? That confused me.
so in No Way Home, Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch was involved.
Yeah.
And I don't remember like why the part of the spell had to like erase Peter from the memory of everyone, but basically to save the universe, he had to cast like a mind wiping spell that erased Peter Parker from everyone's memories. And that's why it was like a sad goodbye. And MJ was like, "Come find me, remind me." And like they had that really sad goodbye.
Okay, so that movie came out 5 years ago. Like they needed to, I don't know, show a flashback or like even just allude to, Doctor Strange had to wipe me.
They
Like
did, Laura.
when I did not like, I was there watching the movie. I don't remember that
They
at
did
all.
mention
I was
it.
confused.
Oh
When did
no.
that happen? I was like, why don't they remember him? I thought it was like really confusing.
Oh no. Yeah, it was mentioned.
Yeah, that was one. That was like the main point of the movie for me, where I was
Interesting.
just like, we're mixing context.
I will say something else that I liked about it was even though MJ and Ned didn't remember him, they were still able to start to form a relationship, which shows you like deep down there's something there. They
Hmm.
still have like a natural like connection, camaraderie. And I thought it was a brutal scene when Jean Grey is like, "Oh, I know about MJ." And because Tom Holland, of course, left the note that Peter wrote her just in his apartment out and about. And then so he goes to protect MJ as Spider Man and is like, "Just come with me." And she's like, "Okay." But then somehow Jean Grey gets in her, but we don't know that. And MJ, Jean Grey is MJ and is like, "I love you, Peter, and I miss you, and
That was
I
so bad.
remember." And they kiss, and then Jean Grey comes. It's like, "Wow, Peter, that was quick. That was easy." Brutal,
Yeah, that was sad.
brutal.
Poor
Because we
baby.
all thought MJ remembered, but
I know.
no,
I also,
it
when
was
that was
Sadie
happening,
Sink.
I was like, this is way too good. I thought it was a dream. In the moment, I was like, I think Tom
Brutal.
is hallucinating or dreaming because this doesn't seem real. And then when Zendaya is like, wow, Peter, I got you quick, didn't I? I was like, okay, this makes
Brutal.
sense. Because
That
I
was
was like, there's no
awful.
way. It felt
And
like it. I thought
then
it was a
she
dream
like
sequence.
walks off the cliff of the building, and then Peter is to save her. I was like, Jean Grey.
Even though she wasn't
Oof.
like, she was very
She was
villainous. I'm like, she was
villainous.
a villain, but
She
she
was
wasn't the.
villainous.
She was scorned and trying to, avenge her
Like,
sister,
yeah,
but
when
she
you
absolutely was a
realize,
villain. She definitely
yeah.
was.
And that, honestly, if you remember the old X-Men movies, like Jean Grey even then had like villainous moments. Like she does, if you haven't seen them, become like a villain in one of the movies because she like is like scorned and angry. So like that is true to her character. Like she does have a dark side. So I thought that was good to kind of see like that origin here.
Who played Jean Grey in the old movies?
Famke Janssen. The fact that I remember that. Honestly, I was a X-Men girl. So I'd say like beyond Batman, growing up, I love those X-Men
Yeah, we love
movies.
those X-Men
I
movies.
don't even really know why. But
Oh,
Famke Janssen. I loved the X-Men movies.
yeah, we love those
I
movies.
really did. I ate them up. They
Oh,
were
and I
so
guess
good.
what's her name? The British woman.
Sophie Turner
Baby
from Game
daddy.
of
Yeah.
Thrones.
I was like Joe Jonas's baby mama. Yes, I
Please.
guess she was the new era one she
Yes.
played.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And like, yeah, that one was called Dark Phoenix. Like there is like Jean Grey, her powers become like really big. And as we saw in this movie, and like she can turn dark. So that is
I don't
like
even remember that. X-Men Dark Phoenix 2019. Who saw that movie? I don't remember that.
I'm screaming. I may have seen it, but I don't remember. I just know I saw a few of those new X-Men's, but then stopped. The old ones, the early 2000 ones are the ones that really resonate with me.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like the 2010s era was not it. The
The
2000s were the
first
best.
one, X-Men First Class, was good. Remember that one?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Where yeah, that one was good. Oh, Jennifer Lawrence was in those?
Yeah, the only thing I remember is Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique.
That's all you remember? You don't remember James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender? That's when Jason was in his like prime Michael Fassbender era. Oh, I love the X-Men movies. I wonder if I also like them because it was set in like Westchester County.
That's really funny.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it was great seeing Jean Grey and seeing
Were all the
how
people in
villainous.
X-Men First Class white? That's crazy. Sorry. I
I
was like,
can't not you
what?
going down memory lane.
Everyone was white? That's crazy.
But yes, back to Jean Grey. I think I agree she was very villainous, and that scene where she tricks Peter as MJ was brilliant. And then later on when Peter brings MJ there, like she invites him in to play with him and Ned, and that was so sweet with her and Ned. And then later on when MJ's in danger again and he brings her to the Punisher's place.
Hmm.
So funny. And she finds the letter and then she's like, "Yeah, like I don't love you." Devastating,
I know, that was
but they still
sad.
can be friends. And I loved how Peter did tell her, "Hey, just so you know, I did kiss you, but it was when Jean Grey was in
I
it."
know.
It just showed
Yeah,
like, wow,
that
what
was
a good
sweet.
guy, man. Ugh, Peter Parker. Oh, and then there was the scene with him going to the Hulk. And so honestly, it was a very dynamic movie. I thought there was a lot going on,
Yeah, lots of different
lots of
characters. I
different
was like,
characters.
oh, the Hulk's here.
I was really bought in. I was. I ate it up. And then I thought the moment when we realized like, oh, she was just looking for her sister. Good reveal. And
Yeah.
then when we find out that VMAX was just like the vent that her sister was looking at when she died,
Mm,
brutal. Like this movie like was honestly dark and had a lot of twists and turns. It really did.
yeah.
Wow. But
So VMAX was like the last thing the sister sent telepathically. I see.
and that's why Gene kept being like, "What's VMAX? What's VMAX?" And Tremelton was like, "I don't know," but it was literally the vent name above her starting
Yeah.
to wear off.
Mm,
Crazy. It was just the name
crazy.
of the vent, and so that's what made her lose her mind and was like, her powers got so strong again when she was angry. It's like her powers get even stronger, and that's when she was able to break out of the chains and like control everyone's minds and put up that barrier.
Crazy.
And I honestly, though, I was nervous they were going to kill off Peter. The way it was going,
I
I
know.
was
I was like,
like,
they wouldn't do that.
is this going to end? And so when he sacrifices himself in front of the Punishers with Bullet to save Jean Grey, I was like, please. I was like, Peter,
So dramatic.
no.
So dramatic.
Oh my gosh. What are you doing? But that's what I'm saying. This Peter Parker is really selfless and like really does the like with great power comes great responsibility. Like
Yeah.
he really embodies that. Like I don't think the others did to this extent. Like Peter isn't really selfish, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Very selfless for
everything
sure.
about him is so selfless. And so I love that scene. And then the fact that Jean Grey is keeping him alive by breathing for him until he's able to breathe on his own. And then she leaves and she goes on that bus to upstate New York. We all know where she's going to Professor X's school for the gifted.
Hilarious.
And then Tom is able to walk out of the hospital on his own because no one knows who Peter Parker is. And then you have John Bernthal in the spider cap, like cheering in the window. And
That
everyone's
was
like,
funny.
Spider's alive! He's alive! Oh, it was such a sweet ending, Laura. I can't believe you
Yeah.
didn't like the movie.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was cute and fun. Classic.
Cute and fun. It was so deep and meaningful.
So
Maybe you
funny.
should watch it again.
I can't. Yeah, I thought the ending it was set up well. And yeah, I think that Tom delivers. As we've talked about, listen to our Odyssey review episode. Tom didn't pop as much for us in the Odyssey and in the other roles we've seen him in, but he just really excels as Spider-Man,
Oh my gosh, he's
He really
so good in
does.
Spider-Man. Like honestly, he could be this for the rest of his life. but he doesn't want to,
And
and
right,
he's
Spider-Man's
he
supposed to be a
shouldn't.
high school student,
But Tom
so
does still look young, you know? Like
yeah.
he definitely does. But I do think I'm very pleased with this film. And I do think though it does leave a high bar for the rest of Marvel. Like
Hmm.
the fact that this is grossing so much and people are loving it so much.
It's crazy.
Let's hope if Doomsday doesn't disappoint.
Right. And exactly. So Shelby, is Spider-Man Brand New Day a wait or
Watch.
watch? Yeah, I
Didn't even
agree.
let you
It's a
finish.
watch.
Didn't
If
even
you
let you
love
finish.
Spider-Man, you're gonna enjoy the movie.
I honestly kind of want to see it again.
Shelby's got their AMC A list
I
and is
know.
like,
I'm like, I might as well.
gotta get my money's
I
worth.
had a great time. I thought it was the best of the Spider-Man Tom Holland's.
Mm.
Um, I think it's crazy how much I like it, given I hate spiders. Like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I think for me, like we mentioned this over the years, like not liking Loki, the TV show. Sometimes when it's too sci-fi and out in the stars, it's just too much. But
Hmm.
this was a grounded, realistic, authentic superhero that was all about overcoming trauma and grief and mental health issues and an unhealthy relationship with work and finding community, right? Like the Punisher relationship, reconnecting with MJ and Ned,
Yeah.
and not judging people or being too hard on people. And just, it was a really good message that I don't think a lot of the Marvel movies typically have. It's typically more surface level. I think this one was deeper. And
Hmm.
so that's one of the reasons why I really resonated with it. And so that's why I think it's the best of the Tom movies for sure.
Mm. I know now I feel like I need to go back and kind of rewatch maybe some of the Toby era movies and because I haven't seen any of the other Spider-Man movies in such a long time. So maybe it's time for a rewatch.
Mm-hmm. I think you'll
Yeah.
agree with me that this is the best.
Yes. So now on to our what to watch segment. I mean, of course, Avengers Doomsday is coming out this Christmas. And what did you think of the trailer? The trailer dropped like a couple weeks ago, and a lot of people were talking about it.
Talk about too much going on.
I know. I
I
feel like
can't
this year
tell you what was
cinema's
happening.
back.
I can't tell you what's happening in that trailer. I've only seen it once and it
Yeah.
was like briefly. So like I didn't analyze it, but there was a lot happening.
Yeah, there were so many characters. I think like X-Men are going to be in it. Like, of course, the Thunderbolts people are going to be in it.
Like Laura, if you thought this movie needed context, wait till you watch Doomsday.
Well, I know. So we're gonna be missing. We're gonna be have to be playing catch up or something. I feel like the one thing that stood out to me was that Chris Evans made a cameo in the trailer.
Laura,
Cray cray.
as much as I love him as Captain America,
Hmm.
I'm confused, Marvel. You killed him, or
I
he's
know. How
not
is he
Captain America
back?
anymore. How is that? I feel like they're just trying to pander, and that's why I
Hmm.
feel like Doomsday, even though people are excited about it, I don't think it's gonna be as good as what I just watched with Brand New Day. They're
Mm.
gonna do the same, all the characters in the multiverse. It's gonna be too
Yeah.
much. I can
Yeah.
already sense it. The trailer was giving that.
I mean, it will be. It will be confusing. It will be a little chaotic. But Tom will be in it. Maybe Zendaya wasn't in any of the Avengers. I don't believe she was.
Are we
So
sure Tom's in Avengers?
I thought I saw him in that trailer. I mean, I think it's like everybody.
Maybe I have to watch it
I,
again.
I remember Shang-Chi's in it. So Shang-Chi was such a good movie, and we haven't had any sequel or anything. So, which was
Well, there is
surprising to me.
some drama. People are saying that Marvel is a lack of diversity with the decisions they've made. The fact that
Hmm.
there hasn't been a Shang-Chi sequel and Simu Liu has been very vocal. I would do anything to do another Shang-Chi movie.
Yeah.
The fact that Wonder Man, the Disney Plus show starring Yahya Abdul-Mateen, that was
Yeah.
directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who directed this movie, and who's Hawaiian. Come
Yeah.
on, diversity and
Okay.
representation. That show premiered early this year, was Emmy nominated, like did well, renewed for season 2, and then canceled.
Oh.
Yeah, like literally they renewed it. And then like a few weeks ago decided we're not moving forward. And
Interesting.
the Blade movie reboot that was supposed to star Mahershala Ali, and that was in development, and they announced at Comic-Con, they decided they're no longer doing.
What? I feel like that would do really well.
So Black people are
Interesting.
upset, as they should be.
I mean, rightfully
People of
so.
color are upset between Shang-Chi. Literally, this has all been bubbling up. So even though all this Brand New Day stuff's really positive, all of this has happened in the last week. And it's like been resurfacing. And people are like, what's going on? Wonder Man, Shang-Chi, Blade.
That's so
like
bizarre.
all really bad sound bites in the last week. So
Huh.
there is some drama there.
I mean, Disney is not known for diversity, so
Not great.
no.
I
Not
guess
the
some
content
other
I wanna see.
Marvel
Yeah.
news or things to watch. Did you hear about Black Panther 3?
Yes, I've heard some rumblings, and that's something Letitia, she was in the trailer for Doomsday. Yes.
Yes. So
What have you
did
heard
you hear
about the
that
new
they
movie?
announced at Comic-Con the new Black Panther?
I guess not.
Oh, so hot off the press for you. Breaking news. They cast David Johnson as Prince T'Challa II, the son of T'Challa and Nakia. And he's going to be the lead in Black Panther 3, which is going to come out December 2028. David Johnson is a Black British actor, of course. Laura, please.
British.
Have you seen Rye Lane? It was like a rom-com on Hulu. He also... That's the only thing I've seen him in, but he's in The Long Walk, that Stephen King movie from last year. He was in Alien Romulus. So he's been around. He's been working. David Johnson has been working.
Okay,
But
yeah,
I don't know if you've seen him in anything.
I mean, he looks somewhat familiar, but
he was in industry, but that's something else. Like, I don't think you've probably seen him, but I don't think you've watched what he's been in.
Yeah, he looks familiar, but I don't think I've seen his stuff. I mean, he's British. I mean, it's like Black Panther is set in
Wakanda.
So I'm like, I guess whatever.
Random African nation.
I know, it's like is it West Africa? Is it like we don't know? So I'm like, who cares if he's British or American? I guess Wakanda's not real. So
everyone was hoping it'd be Damson Idris. So I'm a little
yeah.
disappointed. Just
I
because
know people love him.
He would have been great. But David Johnson's a great actor. And I think I actually like that it's not someone that's a huge star already.
Yes, let's make a new star.
Thing that they're picking someone kind of on the cusp of stardom.
Yes.
So I think it's a positive. Yeah. But there was some backlash. People were upset.
Oh no.
Yeah. But I think they'll get over it. They'll just be happy they're getting the Black Panther movie with Ryan Coogler.
Right. People we'll see it no matter who's
like,
in it.
That's a positive. Black Panther 3 with Ryan Coogler, please. You know it's gonna hit.
Exactly. Exacto. So we'll show up and we'll still watch.
Mm-hmm. And Letitia Wright's apparently gonna be in it. Winston Duke's gonna be in it. So they're gonna have
all these Brits.
Yeah. Crazy. So yeah, those are the things to keep in mind.
Okay.
What to watch. All of the Marvel news, some of the drama. But I honestly feel really good about Brand New Day. I don't know how good I feel about the rest of the MCU world, but we'll see.
Yeah. I think that obviously I'm excited that Chris Evans is resurrected from the dead, but
I guess
it's just going to be, convoluted bringing all the people together. And yeah, it's just a lot of new characters. So it'll be interesting.
Like
right? It's like Fantastic Four.
Off and then you bring them back. I'm like, what?
I know.
Is this Beyond the Restless?
I mean, at this point, the MCU is. It really is. It really is. All right. Well, if you enjoyed this episode of Sisters Who Watch, please make sure you're giving us 5 stars.
Thank you.
5 stars wherever you listen, rate, download, subscribe. Follow us on social media at Sisters Who Watch and on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You get updated when we post new episodes.
Yes, we really want to hear from y'all. So please comment, subscribe, DM, email. You can restack. We're in Substack. We're in Letterboxd. Like so many places to get in contact with us. So we really want to hear what you think. What episodes you like, what you want to see from us, all the things. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. Stay watching.
Bye. Stay watching.